Hey guys, it's Michael Good. I'm just here to clear up a fact-checking issue with this episode. At one point, I say that Dana White said, "I smoke weed so that I don't hit my wife and kids." This is a complete misquote. This is actually from a video I saw of Dana quoting some guy named Matt Riddle. So my sincerest apologies to Dana. He never said this. He's just a regular guy who hits his wife. And, I don't know. I've never hit a woman before. But I've also never been in the VIP section of El Squid Row in Cabo San Lucas. So who am I to point fingers? That's not what this podcast is about. But either way, thank you guys for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed the episode. I appreciate all the support, and thank you so much.
For the F Shack. Love Dirty Mike and the boys.
Hey, are you Dirty Mike and the boys? How you know who we are?
What's this thing called, the podcast?
Morning Good. Oh, I love
Hey, welcome to the Earth. Thanks. Oh, wait, I'll start over.
Welcome to Morning Good.
All right, and we're here with Paddy Defino.
Folder 7.
Folder 7.
Tower 7.
Yeah. We're talking about how, our address is like you show up to our house and you go to the absolute wrong house, which is great for somebody who's trying to look for us.
Yeah.
We should be committing way more crimes than we are.
Yeah, it's bad when you have to, like, when you call Uber Eats to the apartment and then they're like, I'm here, and then you're like...
Dude, I'm in my boxers every single time, and I, go outside, like...
You have to, walk into the street.
Yeah.
Me!
Like, barefoot. Yeah. Over here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's just for, like, Popeyes. It's like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
You know?
No, it's so hard to justify those fucking Uber Eats purchases, but... That's not what we're here to talk about. We're talking about I reached gay rock bottom.
Pussy.
Yeah, the opposite of pussy.
Yeah.
I've officially done the gayest thing I've ever done,
Okay.
and I just want to.
saying something.
It feels horrible.
So what happened?
So
These are my interview skills.
I'll do a breakdown of like just kind of how my day was going. So I had like a little bit of extra time.
Oh, this is a good time for me to hit my vape.
Yeah.
While you're telling your
yeah.
story.
I got the wheels going. You hit it out. And I was like, first off, I just want to say I don't like the person I've become. I'm becoming too like obsessed with how I look.
Oh, too sexy guy.
I don't like it.
Sexy guy Michael.
Sexy guy Mecca, come over here. And so kind of what happened was like, people have complained that I don't have like a full body picture on my dating profile. And I was just sitting around the couch. I was like, you know what? Maybe I will.
Maybe it's time to stunt.
Maybe it's time to stunt
Little photo shoot,
dude.
Don't tell me you went in front of the green screen.
No. Dude, just me at the White House shaking the president's hand, but I'm shirtless in jeans.
Just like clearly two different like white balances in the shot.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, it'd be a funny one is to have like a clear celebrity with me, but her face is like crossed out. So like it looks like I was dating a celebrity, but now I'm no longer doing that.
Yeah. Yeah, I thought it would be funny to do a dating profile where you're like in front of a green screen and you're like just pointing to a bunch of stuff, but you're wearing the same outfit and it's just like different places and you're like, I'll go anywhere in the world. I love to travel.
Dude, that is like hilarious. You probably like a lot of chicks
do
would like
this
that.
while it's-
You should
yeah.
100% do that. Yeah.
Time for me to get chicks, dude. But anyway.
Dude, absolutely. Yeah.
Anyway, let me hear the rest of your story.
I mean, there's just something that happens where you like, you look in the mirror and you go, who am I becoming? Mm-hmm. Who is this person? Like, I hate it. I really hate it. This is sincere. Like, I'm smiling, but this is sincere.
Yeah, so where did you do
Dude,
these?
so like, I use your tripod, the very tripod that's filming this podcast right now.
Nice.
And I set it up over there and I do like a video because I'm like, well, from a video, I can start taking a picture. So I'm doing like a catwalk, like a fucking loser.
Oh, you're trying to get like an action shot?
Yeah,
like a groomsman?
It gets so much worse.
What was your backdrop?
Just like the fridge.
refrigerator?
So it looked like I was at a party. No, it gets so much fucking worse, dude. I literally was like, well, my arms are just kind of like this in the pictures. And I'm like, well, that's weird because my arms are empty. So I go, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to crack a beer so it looks like I'm at a party. And then I took it. And the most annoying thing is it's the most beautiful picture of me. I'm like, damn, this looks fucking great.
But you can't get yourself to put it up there.
Dude, I put it up there and then I called the girl about it because I'm like, this is shameful, right? And she's like, yes. And I took it down in like fucking I literally was like, I am disgusted with myself. But it looks so.
Yeah.
Because, like, dude, if I'm at a fucking party, I'm not like, hey, let's take fucking hot pictures. I'm like, no, let's have fun.
Yeah.
And you guys
Yeah.
can't, girls can take selfies. No guy's gonna look at a selfie of a girl and be like, ew. So girls can like make themselves look so fucking sexy.
Yeah, I don't know. There's like the culture of the selfie has gotten so far. It's like evolved so much that like I don't know if you remember. There was a time when like every selfie that someone took, it looked like embarrassing because nobody knew what selfie face was.
You were called like a loser.
Yeah.
They're like, what are you gonna take a fucking selfie? There's a whole song. It's like, let me take a selfie, and it was like making fun of people who take selfies.
But now everyone is so good at it. But like we don't really take a lot of selfies. Like we don't take a serious one.
No.
So if you try to be serious, it just looks so fucking
You look like
stupid.
a fucking loser, dude. And then if you're smiling, now I'm fake smiling. I'm like, nothing's making me smile in this apartment.
No.
I'm alone taking pictures of myself, and it looks like I'm at a party.
You're like, Jimmy! It's like you're like calling people out. Does anyone need any?
It's been funny. Me reaching into a cooler, looking back, like
like someone cracked a joke and you're like in a Coors Light commercial.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
And that's the saddest part. The saddest part is I'm trying to smile, and what I know is the darkest time of my life is me taking a picture of myself alone in my apartment at like 4 p.m.
Yeah.
While also there's like no AC in here, so I'm like sweating and like wiping my head with the sweat.
Yeah.
Just like,
why is it that like men kill themselves more than women?
it's because they do things like that, and then they're like,
But
can't
like
live.
women are always doing stuff like that.
Well, I think I've said this before. Women feel shame for their appearance, which they can change constantly.
Yeah.
Men feel shame for their actions. Like, I think that's a really common thing. It's like women will be like, oh, I feel so shameful that like my body looks like this. Guess what? You can fix it.
Yeah.
Yeah, throw up a little bit. It'll solve very easily. It's really easy not to be fat. And I say this as a guy who used to be fat.
Yeah, I guess so. But I think like if I don't know, it's just weird that like it's so much higher for men. You know?
Yeah. But I think it is shame of like, because this is when I feel like shame and like any sort of self-hatred. It's I love me. I'm a very like I like who I am. I have high self-esteem, but I feel low self-esteem in my behavior. So I'll be mad at myself because I'll be like, you acted in a way that isn't who you are. So now, are you really that person that you think you are? So if I like act like a dick, I'm like, oh, that's not me because I'm like a nice guy.
Right.
Or if I act like out of like integrity, like
Do you think like a pedophile feels shame when they like fuck an adult?
who am I?
I shouldn't have steered the conversation.
I bet you.
this way.
I bet you they fuck an adult, and they're like, they like lie to themselves. Like that was good. That was just as good.
Great.
It was
They're like-
just as good.
like they look at themselves in the mirror.
They're like, come
they just
on.
start crying. What have you done?
Dude, they just fuck an adult with just the softest penis. They're like, I totally came a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm fine.
Yeah. That was so sexy. Oh, fuck me.
Well, dude, the moral of the story is you got to get the full body shot one way or another.
I think the moral of the story is I need to go so far the other way. See, my therapist said this. I have black and white thinking.
Just get pictures where just your face.
I would say just literally post a picture of me on the toilet taking a shit.
Oh, okay.
Not the shit coming out of my asshole, but me just being like,
Well, on field, there's definitely like a crew. That's into that, you know?
yeah. You can find that. Yeah. I think the other shame I feel, I was telling you about this, like I feel ashamed just being a pussy on stage. Like I've never been like I've never been like, oh, I shouldn't have done that joke. I was always just like, oh, I should have said that joke with more confidence, or I should have like been, because you just feel so like the grossest feelings when a joke bombs. You're like, okay, well, sorry about that, guys.
Yeah.
And I'm like, no, I'm not sorry. I worked really fucking hard on that.
Yeah.
And I prepared it, and I told 3 friends, I was like, you like this idea? It's funny, great.
Yeah. Well, it's tough, dude, because if you do the thing where you tell a joke and it doesn't laugh, and then you're like, oh, you just don't laugh at the best joke in the entire show. Like if you're like that kind of guy, they can really hate you.
Totally. But I think the thing is too, it's like it's such a weird thing to navigate, because you're like, the truth is I can't I just can't keep doing the thing I'm
Have
doing.
you ever turned on an audience?
Recently?
Yeah.
Did I tell you about this? I think I told you
I
about
think
this.
so. I remember you talked about that guy.
I'll recap it. Austin was great. 2 shows went bad out of 10. So I'm like, it's great. That's a good ratio.
Yeah.
And then one of the shows, a guy went like a fake laugh in my face, and I was like, I hope you fucking get in a car accident. I just said that, which isn't even creative or funny.
Yeah.
And then I was like, whatever. I kept going wrong.
It is funny when like you get to the point where you're like, there's no jokes are in your head. It's
You're like,
only
I
pure
hate
rage.
you. I really wanted to say your wife's not that hot enough for you to be a fucking asshole.
Yeah.
Which would have been so mean, but like but then I'm insulting her for no. She's like she had nothing to do with this.
Yeah, just dragging her.
Yeah. But in my mind, I'm
she's like putting on lipstick.
Yeah. But in my mind, I'm like, I don't know why. It's just who I am as a man now that I'm just like, yeah, you're fucking, yeah. I'm just, the only assumptions I have is to assume this guy's whole life.
Yeah.
And I have to say his life is going bad when really my life was not going good at that moment.
Yeah.
So you have to try to reverse and be like, you're the loser, even though.
I think it's.
I also want to say this. I had a table fighting for me. I had a table fighting for me.
Okay.
You guys suck. He's funny. Like, there was literally
nice.
people like saying, like, he's great. You guys need to shut the fuck up and listen to this guy.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Have you? But you've never had like the entire like you've just gone to war with like everyone in the audience.
No, but
you might need that.
You need
dude.
that, and then you dial
That's your
back.
Dunkirk. You need
Yeah. People don't understand. It's like you do need to like go that far and then
just
go back.
to see what's over there.
Dude, Diovon choked a guy one time. It was like a college gig, and some guy like I'm pretty sure it was like the same thing where a guy went ha or something like that, and then it just. And for me, this isn't the end of the story. So that happened. Had a week of shows, whatever, and then I was at a midnight show, and I was running this show, so I sat to people, and I was like, "The show's gonna be great," and this guy goes, "Yeah, I'm sure," and I literally was like, "I want to fucking like the anger that's pent up inside me is like out of control now. I need to dial it back." But he because it's like you want to be the fun guy, you want to be that guy who's always just like, which is who I think I come off as a lot of the time.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. And so like it's like. I just want to be the guy in a Hawaiian shirt, like, whoa, it's Michael good all the time. But it's like sometimes you're like, I'm just so fucking angry and mad and I hate everything. And that's how I felt when that guy said that. And I went, whatever, I'll let it slide. He starts talking to the show. I say, you gotta shut the fuck up. And he goes, like, just the most retarded look on his face. He goes, oh, my bad, dude. And he just like looks so fucked up. And I'm like, all right. The guy falls asleep. I close out the show. He wakes up laughing. So I'm like, oh, this is great. I already got him on my side, and he's been awake for 30 seconds.
Yeah.
I'm sure he's just going with the flow. And then he does the...
There's nothing like an audience member waking up like at a punchline of your joke. Like it's so... I've had audience members fall asleep like 3 times.
Yeah.
And like you're looking at them as they're asleep, and then you say the punchline, and they're like... I'm like, you weren't listening. To that.
You're just trying to fit in. You're like, all right, blackout drunk, whatever everybody else is doing is what
That's
I'm
how
doing.
I feel like sometimes when there's like those super hot like model comics that are on stage.
Oh, yeah.
Like I think a lot of the times like they get to the punchline and there's like a few people who know that it's like the joke, so they like haha, and then the rest of the people who've just been staring at their body the whole time
Or like,
are ha 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 ha.
Yeah.
That was a good one, right, honey? Like, I think that's how it goes.
I will say I'm really proud of myself for having that integrity.
Yeah.
Because I have had hot girls come up and be like, hey, can I get a spot?
Oh, yeah.
And I'm like, no, because there's 100 fat guys that are writing really hard to be in this position. I turn an asshole, then I become like a woman-hating guy.
There are a million funny fat guys that are just at
still
the whim,
doing open mics, just
kissing the ankles of these like hot teenage girls. It's like so sad.
Yeah, no, it's crazy. It's like it's just something that like I used to be like one of those guys that was like, dude, like fucking, there's fucking stage time for everybody.
Yeah, it's whatever.
And then I was like, nah, there's like
the cream rises to the top.
No, there's people been doing this for 13 years, and they like have to work other jobs, and I'm like, yo. This is because, and it's not that person's fault for taking their advantages, like a celebrity that starts doing stand-up, but I do blame a lot of the clubs. Like, your club's doing really shitty, I get it. You're like, maybe we'll throw like a reality TV star on some of the shows. Like, I get that. But if you can already pack out the rooms, and then additionally you're like, well, you know, it'd be cool if we had this person on here, then it's like, whatever. I'm not kidding.
Yeah.
But
back to the rage thing.
wait, I do want to finish the story with this guy. Yeah, so then...
Yeah.
So he's asleep. He's asleep. He fell asleep before me. And then I like that I feel like I have to say that. I'm like, he didn't fall asleep during my act. It's so exciting and creative. But he wakes up laughing and then he just goes, ha. And then I just completely lose my mind because I'm like, no. I had this happen a week ago. I didn't say the things I want to say, so I want to say the things I say. And I literally, I'm like, you're a fucking loser. You're drunk. You're alone. You have no fucking friends. That's why nobody's with you right now. That's why you're completely alone, because nobody likes you because you have a fucking drinking problem and you're a fucking loser. And I'm like, And everybody's like completely silent, just having a horrible time now. And I'm like, notice, I start blaming it on him, which is totally my fault. I'm like, remember how much fun we were having a minute ago? This is all your fault. I was like, I will fucking ruin this. I don't give a fuck about what these people think. I will ruin this fucking show. Just tell me how much I fucking hate you.
Yeah.
And I literally was like, I want you to say one redeeming quality about yourself, and then I'll go back to jokes. And he's like, I'm pretty fucking handsome. And everybody just laughs. And I was like, sorry, guys.
You know what sucks, too? Is that guy probably left that place.
It was like sick night.
It was like awesome night. And then he like accidentally like fucks Gal Gadot. Or something. He definitely had like the best night
best
ever.
night of his life. Yeah.
And like in your head, you're like, he probably learned his lesson. Like,
oh yeah. Well, it's like you turn into like Lieutenant Dan, like flipping out at Forrest Gump. And you're like, why am I taking this so seriously?
Yeah, exactly.
You're like, I was supposed to die there. And he's like, I got ice cream. And you're like, why am I yelling
Why
at
do
somebody
I care?
who's having a great time?
It's so fun because I recently had a show where there was gonna be this girl there who you know.
Yeah.
You don't know her, but I've told you about her.
Yeah.
Where she gave me like a long talk. She gives me like these long talks about what I shouldn't say, like after comedy shows. And it's happened like 3 times. It's so annoying. So like this was like a show that I was just prepared. I didn't even want to do it. So I didn't even write an act.
You write like 15 minutes on just her.
On just her. Because I was like anticipating her like yelling something out. And I had like all these, because she got mad at me for using the word retarded because she's like, my sister has Down syndrome. And I had this thing written. I'm like, hey, like just because your mother drank during the pregnancy doesn't give you the right to like tell people. I was going to be like, everyone has a retarded sibling, okay? Your sister included. Like, I was going to call
that's
her.
funny. That's
really,
funny.
really good. Yeah. But I had all of this like pent up rage and like anger and like, and then I got to the show and like she just wasn't even there. Like, she wasn't there. And then I get on stage and I'm like, oh,
You're like, what is that? Did you say I can't say retarded? You're like, no.
no, say it. Yeah. And then I couldn't remember like what my actual act was. It was so funny.
That is hilarious. Yeah, well, you just have that like fucking like, yeah, I don't know. It's like I really get why people get really angry. It's the most frustrating thing. It's like, it's like you're, I don't know. It's like I don't know how to describe it, but it's like and things are going like better. Like I'm getting more state, but it's like sometimes you just like get frustrated, and it's like it's so hard not to just like take it all out on this one guy who's having, because it's like they're having a great time.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's also like, dude, it was a 20-minute set. I'm like 17 minutes in, and like it could have just got like it could have just been. But I also I think I've said this 100. I'm just exhausted, like just constantly worried about losing the audience. And I'm like, I'll fucking completely lose them, and then
because you get a new one the next day.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
So I need some stage time in the sense of pussy. I need to get a little
we need
pussy
to switch
stage
lives.
time.
I need to stop.
I'm perfect at comedy. I'm like done. You know, I'm a finished product.
Yeah.
I got the price tag on me. I'm out the door.
Yeah.
But what I do need is pussy stage time. Yeah.
Well, I've decided this. I'm reversing.
Even open mics, dude. I'm down for open mic pussy.
I mean, it's funny that I have not gone.
Fat women.
Hot women that will be there for a week and then now be. I'm not going to say any more bitter shit. But it's like, I'm going the other way where I'm trying to. This sounds insane, but I'm trying to get less pussy. So I'm going to become a comedy monk. I'm gonna cut my testicles off, shave the top of my head, and then just be like dedicated to the jokes.
I think that's the only way to be a clean comic. You have to
Jerry
sterilize
Seinfeld does not have testicles.
Yeah. I got rid of them.
Yeah.
What do I need them for? 17-year-olds don't look for balls. They don't even know they exist.
Maybe it was a Michael Jackson scenario where he was castrated and he just wants to associate with. I mean, look.
Yeah.
Listeners, can you find me an image of Jerry Seinfeld's penis or testicles? I can't.
More specifically, testicles.
I bet you he has the biggest fucking Jewish bush on his fucking. I bet you it's just
God.
the hair in his fucking shit.
Yeah, it's like a bush with like just 2 testicles, like 8 inches distended from down. It looks like the like the alien in Nope.
Yeah,
That's like what his genitals look like.
Oh yeah, the thing's just hanging down. Yeah. Well, it's so funny too because he's like, I love how he started like becoming like a fashion guy. Like,
also, isn't it kind of funny that like the movie Nope ends with them like taking an upskirt photo of the alien? Do you remember that?
Yeah.
I guess it's not that funny.
Yeah, we can
We can edit around that.
Yeah. It's so funny too because people ask me to edit anything out of the podcast, and like I'm leaving this in there just to teach myself a lesson. But I want to take out already the part of me describing how I did a little photo shoot.
Oh no, that's funny.
It's too fucking funny.
It's funny and it's honest.
Yeah.
Like, that's important.
Which is why, I want to be like, I think the only route for me is to become fat again. Like I used to just
Might
be
as
this
well,
fat
yeah.
guy with stains on my shirts. Now I was like,
That would be nice, having another fat guy around the apartment.
yeah.
we can both do Wingstop and then get yelled at by someone else's girlfriend for being too fat.
Oh yeah. Wait, can you tell that? You don't know.
Yeah, I get that.
So don't say names, but
basically, my friend came to it was like our Cinco de Mayo party. Was that what it was?
Yeah.
And his girlfriend showed up, basically called me racist for a while. She was like, you gotta not be racist. She was like hammered. So she was
wasn't it funny too? Because wasn't she telling you not be racist, but just to not be racist around her black
friend.
She's also black.
Yeah. And she's like, don't say anything racist. I was like, what do you think? I cower in fear of like being called a racist.
I only say this in rooms of whites.
I only say it online for millions of people. Yeah, she's not monetarily worth me being racist. No, but of course, like we're not like racist people. So like we're like, yeah, just don't. Why are you making such a big deal about it? But then like she pinned me against a wall later, and she was like, "You got to stop getting Wingstop with my boyfriend because you guys are getting too fat, and it's white boy summer." She told me it's white boy summer. I don't know if you knew that, but
that.
Good news for us.
Oh fuck yeah, dude! Yeah, I feel like it skipped a year. Last year didn't really feel like white boy summer.
Yeah, last year was like chunky Latino boy. Summer.
Yeah,
it was like the guy from Nacho Libre.
That is kind of sick. Though. I kind of wish I would have participated. I mean, technically, I'm Spanish, so now I can start participating in all these things. Yeah. Well, I don't know if they know this because there's no cross reference, but we did the DNA test. Italian mom who's half Irish, and then there's also the Irish, because they're the black Irish, are actually all from Spain. So turns out I'm Spanish.
What a dangerous breed that is.
Oh yeah.
Black Irish.
My name is Mickey G.
Am I just doing the bit from fucking 22 Jump Street?
Yeah.
I just realized that.
Yeah, what would that even? I can't even attempt to do that.
Your family Mickey.
I think it's just Jamaican. Black Irish is just Jamaican.
Come on, the Jamaican Irishman.
I think like that's how they were created.
Yeah. Well, I love because I'm still working on this bit where I do a Jamaican accent, so I just watch lots of.
Do you think like white people were created in a lab?
Yeah, because we're perfect in every way. I don't think so, but I bet you we can find some guys who think that. You go down to Times Square, talk to the black Israelites,
because we're all supposed to be black, right?
Yeah.
And then like we just moved too far away and turned white.
Yeah, because everybody's from Africa originally.
Yeah, so technically, like we could. That would mean like we could write the N-word, but then we'd have to erase it immediately after.
Yeah. I mean, well, I think I've talked to people about this. Actually, I haven't, but I have a theory on this. I think you should be able to write or type out the N-word because it's like you're not saying like the rule is we can't say it, right?
Yeah.
If I type in a song, I can type it. Nobody's gonna get mad at me for typing in the N-word. Like if I type it in the Google search bar, right? I'm allowed to do that, right?
I'd love if you just had a notes app where you just type it over and over. Like Bart Simpson.
Yeah, that'd be very funny. The teacher wants you to write like "I'm wrong" on the chalkboard. You're like, oh, that's what you want me to write out there.
I just rearrange some letters.
Yeah. No, because like in theory, what's wrong with typing a song name in?
Nothing.
Yeah. So I'm like, I have to find the song.
I think typing it is fine. I think even like writing it in a poem, if you don't have any words that rhyme with bigger.
Green Day had a song that they ripped it.
Yeah, really?
Yeah, it was that time period where he's like treating us like a bunch of beeps.
See, that's like it's always the worst way to do it.
Yeah,
don't say treating us like, because then it's like it makes it seem like you should be treating them like that.
Yeah. We're like, we should be treated better. Well, then there's that John Lennon song, "Women Are the N-Words of the World." And there's the best video of me on some talk show. He's like, well, I can say it. He's like, I got black friends. They all say I can say it. I don't see what's... They're pretty cool with me saying it. I'm John Lennon. I can say the N-word.
I can drop a Len.
Yeah.
The Len word.
Len bomb.
I call it the Len word.
It's such a funny video because Yoko Ono's doing whatever. I don't know. But
yeah, what was her deal? she just like, where did John meet Yoko Ono in a historical photo of the Vietnam War?
That's what it looks like. Yeah, I don't know how they met, but it's like, I mean, she like the best is there's some video of like I forgot who they're playing with. They're playing with some other musician, and she's like singing or something, or she's playing some instrument, and you just see like I believe it's a black guy who's just like looking at her like, who the fuck hired this bitch?
Yeah, they don't black guys don't always like, they're not always down with like old Chinese women.
Well, I think well, first off, what you said actually isn't racist at all because you said black guys aren't always down. So you've now actually
They ain't always job.
Yeah, you've now diversified black people to the point where it's like, hey, they're all different.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a very fun point of view. Some of them are racist. They're
Yeah.
just like you and me.
Yeah.
But no, I think there used to be this mic. You heard of the Jimmy Peoples mic?
Yeah.
Wait, can you move your feet just to make sure we don't knock anything? Yeah, so he was a super yoked black guy. Wait, let me get Jimmy Peoples in my heart and do him.
Wasn't he like paralyzed and then he like
He was jacked out of his mind. He run an open mic, and every week he talk about he worked at a gym, and he was like, "Yo, new Asian bitch walk in the gym. She hot as hell." And he would just go up on the mic and talk about. He was very funny, but he just talk about how he's fucking a new Asian girl every week till like 3:00 to like a bunch of like 18-year-old NYU open micers.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he like was in a wheelchair for a while, and then like in the words of like Foo Fighters, he learned to walk again.
Yeah.
And
This is gonna be my montage of me getting fatter.
yeah,
And saying no to pussy.
learning to sit again. I remember he told this story about like how he was like dating someone who was like in a wheelchair also.
And then
he learned how to walk.
And he's like, "What the fuck am I hanging out? I'm hanging out with this bitch."
But I think he was like, I think he felt like bad about like having sex with her
once he got out of the wheelchair.
once he got out. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I don't know. I assume.
You know what? I bet you wheelchair pussy probably tastes pretty good.
Dude.
Because there's no sweat. They're not really moving their legs.
Having sex with a paralyzed woman, probably pretty cool.
Yeah.
Because it's just like a sex doll. You can just like put her wherever you want.
Yeah, but I want a little more life.
But she can talk. She'll go, ooh, Michael, ooh.
Yeah, but I'm like, hey, you can't even feel it. Yeah, but she's like, I can't feel it. Be like, you because it's.
I came 30 minutes.
Yeah. She's like, can you punch me in the stomach to squirt it out of my body? I don't know how to get it out.
I can't keep.
Like it's a fucking ketchup bottle. You're just squeezing her stomach to get the cum out of her.
Oh God, that's how I'd imagine you'd have to do it to like a dwarf or something.
I mean, I think they can fucking it out.
Yeah, they probably can. They'll just fire through the air. That's how fireworks are made. Yeah. I don't think dwarves shooting cum out of their ass.
No. That is the kind of show we have. I'm done trying to escape who I am, but I'm not. I'm not. I've had a little taste. I feel like I was living like in Shark Tale, where I've seen this life as this beautiful, sexy, handsome man. And I go, this isn't. I want to go back to the way things were.
Yeah, well, I mean, the beautiful, sexy man. It's like it's not a sustainable life.
No,
there's more sadness because it's like who's the guy, the Greek guy who like looks in the pond and he falls in love with himself.
I know who you're talking about,
and he like can never love anything as much as himself.
Yeah.
And then you're just left to a life of chronic masturbation.
Yeah, and he's just every day he's just jerking off to himself at the pond. How does is he eating fish out of the pond while he's jerking off into it?
Yeah, it's Gollum.
Yeah,
actually Gollum. He just loves the way he looks.
You know what's a good move? You should find hot chicks that are dating fat guys and weasel your way in there because that's how you know. Just be maybe slightly less fat than the fat guy.
Just like I'll just jump outside like a Russian nesting doll. I'll just like hop out. Ooh, a little skinnier boyfriend.
Yeah, just slightly. Not too much.
Yeah.
I like respect women. I don't know. It's like if I'm talking about my ideal world, it's fat me getting lots of pussy. It's not thin me. It's just there's something that feels. I'm like that's cheating. You gotta win people with your personality.
Yeah, that's how I felt every relationship I've ever been in. I'm like, oh, I'm not attractive enough, but like that's almost better. It makes it better because it's like, oh yeah, I'm fucking awesome.
Yeah,
That's why I'm here.
Well, I felt that especially like when I was a little kid. Or like, I was like a short guy who would like when I was like in like early high school and like middle school, and I would get these like hot tall chicks, and I'd be like, I'm the fucking man. I'm a little pimp because like I'm small as shit, but I'm like getting like I remember one time there was this like chick with me. She was like 6 foot, and then I'm like probably like five at the time, just like in 9th grade. Yeah. And there's this older dude smoking cigarettes. She's like, "Why are you hanging out with these guys?" or something like that. And then she went on and she's like, "Because they're fucking cool." And then she sucked my dick. I'm like, "That guy's a loser." I'm like, I don't know. I felt so cool being a short guy with a tall chick. I don't know.
Also, her just sucking your dick, like sure, her legs are like out of the car
window.
Yeah. So big.
And then I think she ended up banging my friend afterwards, who was shorter than me. So this is
maybe she's got a thing.
Yeah. I mean, dude, I'm noticing. I've hooked up.
Everyone's got a thing.
Yeah.
Nobody's just like plain Jane out there.
No, and I'm like an average height guy, but I slouch. But people think there's this like thing. It's like, yes, obviously women like tall guys, but it's like you can find something for everybody's got a thing.
Yeah, tall guy. I wonder what the thing with a tall guy. I think they just want something to like climb around on, like a cat on like a scratching post.
I've been told that it makes them feel small, which they like.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah. They're like, I'm not fat. This guy's just tall.
Yeah, use this for scale. Yeah. Just every photo, like Yeah, that makes sense. They like,
but if anything, women should be wanting fat guys to make them feel like you.
Yeah, exactly.
Guy, they're like, ooh, look how skinny I feel.
Yeah, just like like the Washington Monument. I wonder if anyone's like attracted to the Washington Monument, or not the Washington.
Dude, I was looking up with the girl
Mount
recently.
Rushmore.
There's like we're watching fucking SpongeBob. She's like, is it weird I'm into that fish? And I'm like, yes.
What? Wait, the big fish.
The
buff guy, Larry the lobster.
No. It was like the what's it called? Like
the guy who's like gold team rules. That guy who's just like
the guy who like I'm pretty sure he's the guy like steals their hamburger car or something like that and takes it to the.
Oh, Dennis.
Not Dennis, the other one. He's the guy. He has like a. I don't think Dennis steals their car. I think Dennis is the one that tries to kill them. There's a guy who steals their car. I think who has
Is he like at?
He has like a beanie, but the beanie covers his whole head. He looks almost like the Juggernaut from X-Men.
Oh yeah, I know who that guy is. Yeah.
Yeah, and I was just like, yes, that is.
That's kind of weird.
Yeah. But then she started being like, "Oh, Shark Tale." It's like you're right, Angelina Jolie. And that kind of want to fucking.
Yeah, but they just make their eyes so sexy. It's like it feels like you're looking at Angelina Jolie and not a fucking fish. You know?
Oh yeah.
She's a little fishy herself too.
Yeah, she does have kind of the eyes on the side of her head.
She's got a little bit of that
retarded look.
Yeah, the Shape of Water kind of look.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, the shape of her water, nice shape, generous.
I'm gonna say
you don't like Angelina Jolie?
No, and it's one of those things that I don't think she's not hot, but I think there's a lot of celebrities like that. I just don't. I don't know. I just like Megan Fox is just where I get. Like, that's my introduction. I think the women I'm really attracted to a lot of the times look like that.
I dated my first
Megan Fox
girlfriend.
Holy shit!
I wish.
Yeah.
The first girlfriend I ever had in high school, I dated her because like she kind of looked like Angelina Jolie, like in the face. And it it just carried me through like 3 years of dating this girl.
Yeah.
Like it was like unbelievable. I was like, how is no one else, dude? When you're like in love with someone, you're like, how is everyone not in love with this person?
Yeah.
It's so weird.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Did you ever get her to say what are some Angelina Jolie lies? I want to be with the big fish. Just only Shark Tale. It's the only thing.
Yeah.
Wanted.
She's probably got a cool one in Wanted. Yeah.
Oh my god. Yeah.
Dude, those like baths, those Wanted baths,
yes.
like where you turn into a candle essentially.
She kind of like got back tats into like a thing because women have the tramp stamp, but the full back thing I feel like was kind of like her thing. Just having some like Chinese symbols on your back.
Yeah.
It's fucking hot.
That movie was fucking sick.
Dude, I love that movie, and it's just like I love also too. It's like. I've been talking about this podcast before. Those are like the moments you want in your life where you're like working like a dead-end job. Like, actually, you're super talented.
Yeah.
We're joking about the last.
Someone leaves a mean comment on Morning Goodbye. Just smash the nearest person over the head with your keyboard, ergonomic keyboard.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's But I would say, like, I want that moment where they're like, actually, your penis going limp is actually a sign of being a hero.
Yeah.
And yes, listeners, I know you've heard the
resisted the temptations of man. Now we know you're capable. Yeah, that kind of. Yeah, I always wish that when I went to a doctor, that they'd be like, "Oh, there's like a lump in your chest or whatever." That's like making you fat, gay, and racist. We'll just remove that. Yeah. Like, oh, nice.
Oh my god. Yeah. I read something today that fucking freaked me out. So I've been smoking pot recently. I'm back in the because I can't look.
Ripping bowls, dude.
Ripping fucking what was that? I think I started Eastbound and Down. He's talking to Stevie. He's like, Stevie, I see a little bit of yourself in me now, or myself in you now. It's like you're smoking weed on the reg. It's such a funny thing. It's like a grown man to be like, yeah, I smoke weed on the reg, dude. Just all I do is fucking rip holes, brother. But it's like before the last 2 days, I've like being totally honest, I've been either like drinking or like taking NyQuil or taking like over the counter sleep stuff. And it's just not like a good fucking system. And I smoked pot and I was like, oh, I fell asleep fantastically.
Yeah.
I woke up feeling not amazing, but like
you're a little groggy in the morning.
but not compared to like taking fucking like literally it's a battle when you take NyQuil because my allergies been so fucked up. And it's like I'm just like fighting to fucking get out of bed. It's like like literally I'll set like 5 alarms and then what I do is I unplug my air conditioner so that I'm sweating. And that'll get me out of bed because I'm just drenched in sweat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The weed kind of it gives you like a little battle in your head, and like it makes you like kind of anxious and nervous.
Not this.
Like,
I got the Mike Tyson weed.
Oh, the kind that doesn't make you nervous.
Yeah. It makes you not beat up hookers.
Oh,
that's what he doesn't do anymore. He used to. This was me before I started smoking weed.
I started smoking weed, and now I don't punch my wife no more.
Isn't it Dana White? He said that. He's like, you want to know why I smoke pot? So I don't beat my wives and kids. Next question. That guy is just a piece of shit. Like, just across.
Yeah.
I mean, he like slapped the shit out of his wife on like New Year's.
Yeah.
And look, you don't have to always answer. I guess you don't have to answer for your friends, but it's just like, I don't know. It's wild that like
it sucks when it's almost like better when someone doesn't have a lot of money and does that. Like if it's in like a trailer park, it's like, so
yeah.
Who cares? That's how you like.
Well, I don't know the answer
get
to
about
because I'm not. I'm very anti-cancel culture because I'm a fucking edgy podcast.
I'm anti-cancer culture.
Yeah, I don't like that. Why are you
Time we
shaving your
found a
head?
cure.
Yeah. Oh, I thought you were just talking about the way they dress and act. And
I thought you were gonna say Chinese cancel culture.
the
Cancer culture.
Yeah. But what was it? Yeah, no, like but it's like I don't know where the line gets drawn because somebody's like hitting their wife. It's like I don't know. It's like I don't. I think you can hit a woman and recover from it.
Yeah.
I like that he's the one recovering.
There needs to be a path of redemption
for hitting a woman.
for striking a female.
Well, it's like people have like weight because it's hard for me as a guy who's had such an easy life to
What if your wife is Ronda Rousey?
Yeah.
Then you actually probably wouldn't hit her.
Yeah. Hey, women, listening. How about you guys get in better shape?
Yeah. How about you like beat us up?
Yeah.
Make it even.
It's $20 to be a member of Blink, and you're worried about your husband hitting you?
Yeah, we should just make it illegal to hit a man, too. Like when a woman's like, oh, officer, and then go to jail. That would be so funny. There would be like 3 years of just really intense, like, protests and punishment, but then they'd step in line.
I think. Yeah. Well, it's one of those things, too, where it's like, you like, it's obviously like a horror. Well, and I think it's especially the partner thing, because people are like, well, what about a gay couple? It's like, yeah, it's still really fucked up I've said this before. It's worse to hit somebody you're in a relationship with than some random person at the bar.
Yeah.
Because it's like if you hit a woman at the bar randomly, it's like that's pretty fucked up because like she's not as strong as you.
Yeah.
But I don't know the genuine difference between hitting a really weak guy at a bar. Like what if this girl is stronger than this guy and you hit the woman in the face? Is it worse? Like because people say you shouldn't hit women because they're weaker. That's like so
but
it's based in sexism, really. But it is like the reason you don't hit your partner is because it's like fucked up to hit somebody you love because you're like creating a like horrible.
There's enough
environment.
violence in homosexual sex.
Yeah.
It's a violent act as it is. You can get all your anger out right in a man's
Well, then
ass.
lesbian couples apparently just beating the shit out of each other all the time based on I don't know Daily Wire, but you know
they also like have to take chainsaws to their clitoris.
Yeah.
So, like,
But what was it? I don't know where I was getting with this, but people make mistakes, and like people were like, okay, like if you have like a drug problem and you like get in a fight and hit a woman, like, and then I don't know, it's so hard for me to judge people because I've had such an easy life. So it's very like,
I've never even been close to hitting. I've never even been like, I want to hit you right now.
No, never, dude.
I've never felt the urge. I mean, I've felt the urge to like hit things, but like never a woman.
No, literally, I've never felt the urge. Yeah, and I've had the urge to hit a baby. Like, just like an intrusive thought. Like, what if I fucking slapped this baby?
I feel like when I'm like really angry with a woman, I'm like, I just want to like, I'd rather like rape them than hit them. I'd rather like fuck them.
I would love that clip. You just say that and me going, interesting.
Not really, like, but I feel like I would
really
be
want to hit a baby.
My first instinct would be to have like sex with them because it's like, oh, this is kind of crazy, kind of hot, like whatever.
I've never been in the whole hate fucking thing.
Okay.
I'm such a douche that I feel like I'm like, no, you didn't respect me earlier, so now you can't have my penis.
Yeah.
You said a mean thing to me, so now you deserve.
It's just you posing in front of the wall. No.
No.
Taking photos.
But I think the general thing is like, as somebody that I don't know, I just don't like, but I don't know, because it's like, but also every story about him is just him being a piece of shit. Like I think his mom was like going on record. She's like, oh yeah, he fucking like fucked his brother's wife. Like he's just a piece of shit guy.
Dana White.
Yeah. Hey, look, people are complex, but between smacking the shit out of your wife on New Year's and fucking your brother's wife, you gotta do a lot of good shit in there. People are like, no, you get to know him. Like maybe, but. Yeah. He has to do, I have to find out that he's like saving orphans or something.
Yeah, and not just a rich douchebag.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I kind of expect poor behavior from the head of like a fighting ring.
Yeah. By the way, I'm not saying cancel Dana White. I'm just saying,
put him in the hexagon or whatever shape it is now.
Yeah.
Whatever shape the liberal media is making it be.
That's such a funny thing. I smoke weed so I don't beat my wife and kids.
Yeah.
Well, maybe you should smoke some pot.
That's like close to like the argument I gave my dad, like when he caught me with weed in high school. I was like, I smoke it so I'm not anxious and depressed. He's like, what? He's like, you're 16.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah.
It only gets so much fucking worse, dude.
This gun's just not gonna hit that well.
Kill yourself now if this is where your brain is. But what was it? Fucking dude, I read the craziest article that makes me never want to smoke pot again. This woman fucking smoked weed in California and like stabbed a guy like 100 times. And then look, I know we all have the same reaction. It's like, well, I really haven't. The interviews with this woman are really sad because she seems so normal. And she's like, I just smoked pot. And this way she described it, this is the scariest thing. She goes, I just started doing things, and it was like I was watching a movie of myself murder this guy.
Wow. Probably wasn't pot. It was probably like something like
that was like
in the pot.
It was like one of those case scenarios where it's like they drug test and stuff. I think I didn't look into it. I'm just saying things.
Yeah. Because sometimes there's like it's like the whatever artificial weed.
Oh yeah. Synthetic cathinines. Oh wait, no, those are.
There's some kind of, I want to say it's called like K2 or something.
Yeah. Those are synthetic cannabinoids. Synthetic cathinines are like bath salts.
Yeah.
So synthetic cannabinoids. Yeah. It mimics.
Yeah. There's also, I mean, there's people who do fucked up shit all the time for like that, like anomalies, you know?
Yeah, but it's just so weird because she seems so, and she's like, I didn't mean to do it. I'm like, I'm just picturing me smoking pot and just murdering you.
Sometimes people too are like either bipolar, schizophrenic or something. And then like the weed like starts that like process.
That kind of happened with my friends, which is why I think children should smoke pot at 5 years old so we can start weeding out the schizophrenics. Just give them an episode real early and we can kind of like get ahead of the problem.
Yeah.
Because like people are always like, oh, I had schizophrenic, but it was dormant until I smoked pot. It's like, what is it going to lay dormant forever? It's going to come out at some point.
We're going to have to add a few more nap times in kindergarten. These kids are just not understanding what's going on.
I was watching somebody's shadow box the other day, and I was like, the guy was for sure like a schizophrenic. And I'm like, do you think he's fighting somebody, or is he showing off his like? Is he literally fighting like a cartoon character?
Wait, what?
I saw like a homeless guy like just fighting.
Oh, do you think he's like actually like in his head fighting?
Yeah, because I always see a homeless guy like fighting something that's not there.
They're like ready to go. They're like ready to rip.
Oh,
they have more energy than like anyone I've ever seen.
Yeah, it's crystal meth, and like the fact I think a lot of it's too just going crazy.
Yeah,
because I've had a panic attack, and I'm like, wow, I don't know where all this energy came from, but I can stay up all night.
I look great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
versus like a relaxed person who's like, I don't want to fight anybody.
We should just get like big giant like hamster wheels for the homeless people.
That's a good idea.
And just like get them in there.
Yeah.
And like put like a picture on the other side of
crack.
it of like like a big ham sandwich and a $20 bill. And just have them just to get their energy out, you know.
You know what? It's kind of like, you know, with dogs. You take them for a walk.
Yeah.
Who's walking the homeless?
Nobody. Who's fucking the homeless?
Each other,
Not me.
or people that are like, there are like people that are like severe sex addicts, and they're like, come on, I'll give you a little crack. I'll buy you a beer if you suck my cock.
Yeah,
which is so wild.
I need to do this to feel terrible about myself. Yeah, they probably do get some sympathy snatch once in a while,
Dude,
but
for
dude,
sure.
that must be like, what room where could you even do that? You can't bring a homeless person in your house.
I can't bring homeless. You think I haven't brought a homeless chick?
Dude, if you bring a homeless person into this house,
that's where the line gets crossed.
I don't even know what I would do. I would immediately call like Joel.
Who's Joel?
Our landlord.
Oh yeah, he's fucking a homeless person.
Yeah. Dude, it would smell
I'm like, dude, it's
so
for
bad.
the pod.
Yeah,
Okay,
like our
dude?
couch, we could never sit on it again.
Yeah, also, but they probably I don't know, dude. People sell a couch like this. I feel like it's just got to come on it. What are the chances?
But
there's
dude, a
someone on the couch?
homeless person, like, I had a guy who wasn't homeless, but I like drove him. He was like this comedian when I started in upstate New York, and I drove him to like an open mic, and it was an hour away, and then I brought him back, and my car smelled like just like shit.
Ugh.
For 2 weeks. It was the worst decision. I was like, I'll never be in like a closed area with these savages ever again. Yeah.
That's a good way to describe them.
It was crazy. Like, it's just like
subhuman is what I
subhuman.
usually say.
Primate.
Yeah.
Except primates, I have more respect.
I watch chimp documentaries. You don't see me watching a homeless guy documentary.
Yeah. They can at least sit down for a haircut.
Yeah, by the way, I could say this because I was homeless for 2 months. I like being kind of fat and kind of homeless. Be like, actually, I can. But yeah, no, it's they're fucking wild, dude. I don't know. But it's like I'm wondering. I did watch a video one time of somebody who was like schizophrenia, and it was like what it was like to be schizophrenic. And it was interesting because it started as like a couple voices just kind of coming in and coming out. But also, I don't know what the difference between voices in your head are and thoughts. Because they feel like if I smoke a bunch of pot, it doesn't feel like my thoughts. It feels like different. You know what I'm saying? There's different kind of voices.
Yeah, I think it's like
Or
it's
on
almost
shrooms.
like,
Do you feel that on shrooms? Like you feel different voices kind of in your head?
yeah, but it's like I think it's less like in your head and it sounds like it's like coming from reality.
Yeah.
Like, but I've definitely had like really crazy like auditory experiences on like mushrooms, and
Well, yeah, if you take enough mushrooms, you do have like
you hear God.
yeah.
And let me tell you what, he's not happy.
Yeah.
But no, I've never had like I've never like heard a voice.
Yeah, no, if you take enough shrooms, you have those auditory hallucinations. I thought the song Passion Head or Sleepyhead by Passion Pit, my buddy played that first time I did shrooms. And I thought that was just
God, I could go for some Passion Head.
Passion.
So funny. I'm like not even horny, but I just like want to fuck 1,000 people.
Oh, dude.
Just to like have 1,000 people in under my belt, dude.
That was funny too, because I like dude, I didn't know that like I was watching an interview with the Jersey Shore guy and he's like, bro, fucking slow night for me, threesome with 2 chicks. He's like, fucking, he said that was a slow night. He's like, most of the time I get 10 bitches in there, and then I realize I don't know how to fuck 10 bitches. It's like some dumb Guido, like, yeah, I guess I only have 1 penis. I don't know what to do. I
Yeah,
guess
and it's
maybe-
not even that great. I mean, I've been working out for they're like so honest. That's
My dick couldn't even get hard, and I was just kind of rubbing it on the clits and then kind of walking out of there.
So, but then later I got hot, so I just fucked the leftover lasagna. Yeah, just as good.
But it was my mom. It's fucking delicious.
But it was my mom's, so it felt weird when I was all done. They threw it out. I couldn't even eat the rest.
We used to make fun of. I went to like this Christian Science church camp, and this girl had like a Guido boyfriend. She's like, my boyfriend's so hot, and everybody goes, your boyfriend's a Guido dumbass. Like immediately, like just making fun of him. We're like, hey Julie, your pussy tastes like lasagna. And we just do that, just make fun of her because she was like a hot chick who was just bragging about her Guido boyfriend.
Yeah.
We're like, what a dumbass.
Yeah, the hot girls either get like the hot successful guy, or they fall into the trap of Guidoism. You know,
Well, it's just so funny too because it's like I mean those are like successful Guidos, but
Okay.
most of them. No, I'm saying Jersey Shore. Most of them aren't
Yeah.
that.
No,
which
no,
is so funny too because like. It's funny when losers complain about not getting pussy because women love fucking losers. That's their favorite
Yeah,
thing to do.
yeah.
They fuck losers constantly. There's women that leave their husband because some fucking like that happens all. Women
Yeah.
have like a successful husband and they start fucking like
a
the pool.
7-Eleven employee.
Yeah, it happens. Like that happens all of the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. I don't know what I don't know what it is. It's like it's a validation thing, I'm sure. Like just needing validation. Like because
yeah.
if there's like some like ugly guy and he's like not looking at you and you're like, what the fuck is wrong with me? You know?
Yeah, yeah.
Like you're gonna need to fuck that guy to like prove to yourself that like everything's fine.
Oh yeah, yeah. Is that what you're feeling?
No.
Oh okay.
No.
Okay. You're gonna fucking
No,
guy?
me it's more of like a Genghis Khan kind of thing.
So you want to rape a bunch of Asian ladies?
And have them spread my seed.
That makes it better.
Sow my fields once and for
cut
all.
people's heads off and put them on
Yeah.
swords.
It would be fun to have like a dynasty. Imagine a bunch of Paddy
consensual
Definos.
one.
I mean, where's the fun in that?
Yeah, it's got to be.
There's no dynasty without the word nasty, dude.
Well, but it is crazy though because like I don't understand where this stuff comes from because I came inside of a woman. It was the scariest feeling in my whole entire life.
Yeah.
But I guess if you come inside a woman and you're a piece of shit, you're like, there's another me out there.
I've come inside a woman who's not the scariest thing of my.
I think I'm
The scariest
just
thing in my life was a bunch of bees I encountered.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
I like
was
encountered the way
one
you
of the
said it.
better feelings of my life. I never have had a fear of like someone getting pregnant.
It's my biggest fear in the world.
Yeah. Well, there's so many measures that can be means and measures that can be done to like, but you're afraid of them like being like, oh no, I'm keeping Michael's baby. Me
Yeah.
and Michael are gonna be a family.
Yeah. And I'm like, no. Yeah, the thing everybody wants.
All you have to do is just like be bad at holding a baby. You know, she just hands
Every
it to
time
you.
I
You're like,
fuck a girl-
whoops.
I
Yeah. Oh, sorry.
just pull out a baby doll. This is what I'd do if we had a baby and just fucking kick it. Kick the baby doll.
Just swallow it whole. Yeah.
Sorry, it's just what I do. Yeah, no, it's a very scary feeling for me. I don't know, but that's an adorable koala bear on the TV. Oh my god, look at that little fucker.
I heard they're dicks.
Well, the way they yell at somebody, they go.
Oh, right.
It's the funniest fucking noise.
And they have 3 penises.
Are you serious?
Yeah. So get them in with the Jersey Shore.
Yo, you take these fucking 3 chicks, I'll take the other 7 ones.
Yeah. I'll think my penis can do many things.
It's just so funny too because like I just now in my mind I think all celebrities are banging 10 chicks at the same time. Everybody's these are Guidos. This is they like 3 things. It's working out, getting fucked up, and getting pussy. So like
Paul Giamatti's heart would give out if he had more than two.
yeah. It's like these are what people just
I dude, having that many, I would feel so bad because like there would be like 7 women that night who like I wouldn't even want to be there. You know?
Yeah.
Like I've never
And they tell all their
seen.
friends, they're like, oh no, I just fucked him myself.
Yeah. Like in my head, even if I see 10 like gorgeous women, like my mind picks out like a small number of them, and I'm like, those are my favorites.
Well, I wonder if the other ones start now looking less hot, like surrounded
Yeah.
by the other ones.
Yeah, I don't know.
Also, I don't remember ever seeing this on the MTV. I don't know why they're cutting out the fucking best parts of the show.
If you were like forced to have gay sex, let's say in like
Like-
an hour and a half, would you choose an ugly guy or a hot guy?
You know what? Their penises are the same size.
Their penises are the same. Well, the ugly guy has a better penis than the hot guy.
What do you mean better penis? A bigger penis?
No.
Like
Better. Like he's gonna hit every groove you got in there.
You know that's
He's gonna play you like a Dean guitar.
I'm gonna go ahead and say this. I'm gonna go with the hot guy because if I have gay sex with the hot guy and I'm still not gay,
Oh, okay, so
Then
you're
I-
like
because
you're,
if you
yeah,
if you get raped by like an ugly guy,
yeah.
you know there might be that little part of you that's like, well, maybe if
You're like
he-
testing your fears like an astronaut.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly. I'm
okay.
like, but now, I mean, there's nothing more. If you have sex with Ryan Gosling and you don't like it,
Yeah.
There's nothing nobody can fucking tell you you're gay.
Do you think you would like it? He would
No.
make it fun.
Yeah,
He'd
it's
be like,
true.
hey, he'd make that little face like that.
I mean, it's tough too
He'd
because
be
like, you
like,
fuck your
oh.
hand. That's a dude. So if you make
Yeah.
yourself think this is a pussy, you could make yourself think that Ryan Gosling is a lady.
yeah.
You're fucking Ryan Gosling in the ass. All
Well,
you see
that's
is
the
tan,
that's the thing.
tan
is-
hairless asshole, dude.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
dude.
you're thinking it's a lady.
Yeah. Rev my engine.
Yeah.
But like, if it is a hot guy, there's a chance that you're like, there's something to this.
Yeah, and then you fuck another guy. You're like, no, it's just
Yeah.
Ryan Gosling.
Because here's the thing: is I've never liked jazz music, but I've also never heard the best jazz music.
That is
you know?
true.
So there might be some staccatos in there.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of like, I mean, the
only thing-
gayest thing I ever done is take those pictures, but like, I think the other thing is having like a dude. My buddy would call it a dude crush. Like
Yeah.
you're like a teenager, and there's like a guy like 2 years old. He's like, "Yeah, what's up, dude? How you going?" And you're like,
Yeah,
"Oh,
yeah.
that was so nice." with
I
the
definitely
cool-
get dude crush.
Yeah,
For sure.
I mean, comedy, dude. You act like if fucking Dave Chappelle puts his arm around you, says you're the coolest. You're not gonna be kind of like, "Aw." You're not like I want to suck his dick, but you're like,
He's the coolest motherfucker I've ever seen.
yeah.
Tried to suck my dick in the bathroom. I said no, I don't do that.
He turned into Cosby the last second.
Oop, doop, boop, 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 boop. If Bill Cosby did that to me, if he like drugged me and raped me, I would stay silent. I'm like those blabbermouths.
Yeah, that's I mean that's just like the craziest thing to ever happen. It's just that,
that
guy.
he's the most decorated
Rapist.
sexual rapist of all time. I guess I didn't need sexual. It's always
Yeah, sexual rapist. Yeah, no, it's fucking so insane. Like he like put up fucking numbers.
dude. He's like Wilt Chamberlain.
Yeah, those are the only people that came forward.
Yeah, those are the people that came forward.
You don't know
There
about the people
could've
that came backwards.
been- Yeah. What about the people that just came?
Yeah.
They came forward. I came.
Yeah. It would be funny too if there were like wasn't a single person he didn't like he's never had consensual sex once in his life.
Yeah, he might not have.
What is
dude.
that Norm video? He's like on The View and he's like, I've never had consensual sex in my life. And he's just saying the wrong thing.
Yeah, that's so good.
The best is, dude, that video that you said, video of that black guy, he's on like No Jumper. I don't know what his name is, but he's like, he doesn't know the word heterosexual. He's like, what's the opposite of homosexual? He's like a heterosexual. Okay, so a heterosexual. He's like not a homosexual. It's a heterosexual. We go. So these guys are heterosexuals.
Head of the section. And he's like, he messed it up so many times. They're like, we're just gonna let this roll, dude.
And he can't. It almost.
It almost seems fake.
Yeah, because he's like.
Because it's just gold. It's
He's
like
going so, and he's like
Yeah.
also ahead of the sexuals. It's funny because it sounds like it's like the next level. Like,
Yeah.
we're ahead of the sexuals, we're not
Yeah.
behind the sexuals.
yeah,
We're-
yeah. Head of the sexuals is like gay. That's like
yeah.
progressive, Yeah, that's awesome. I wish I didn't know any words, like any of, not like the words that like I'm saying right now, but like all of the buzzwords. I wish I just didn't know them.
What do you mean?
Because like then there's so much beauty in ignorance when it comes to that kind of stuff. Like if someone's like when people use the word like gaslighting, like
Yeah.
if you don't know what that means, like life is not as annoying as it is when everyone's
That is
using that
true.
word.
Yeah.
You know?
You ever like, I don't know. There's words I've never looked up the meaning, but I've just heard it used enough context that I start using like arbitrary. I never looked up what it meant,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I use arbitrary all the time.
I thought I knew what the word benefactor was. And I like wrote this essay in high school and like my teacher just circled the word benefactor. And he's just like, do you know what this word means? I was like, yeah, it's like factors that benefit. And he's like, no. Well, what the fuck is it supposed to mean?
Yeah.
You can't stick two words together that I know and then
Yeah.
expect them to mean something different. you know?
Yeah, there's trying to think. I mean, there was one word I was just saying wrong. I used to not know what decent meant. I thought decent meant good because people use that concept. They're like, oh, that's decent.
That's how like Canadians use it, like Trailer Park Boys.
Yeah, so I was like, my brother got so mad at me because we're in college and this girl's like showing me her sister. I'm like, oh, she's pretty decent. And then
I could see how that could
and then he's like, dude, you just called this girl's sister like not hot. I was like, no, I said she's decent. Because I've also heard people say, I forgot who says it. Somebody's like, get some decent bitches up in here.
Yeah.
And like I thought it meant like hot.
Yeah, I think time is actually your best friend in that argument.
Yeah.
'Cause I think if you
Yeah,
were like
decent.
decent,
Yeah.
that would be cool.
I got a pretty decent deal. I mean,
You were just ahead of your time, dude.
Yeah. What
said
am I going
this,
to be
your
like?
brother?
Oh, your sister's so fucking hot. I want to fuck her mouth. No, you got to come up as cool.
Your brother
Yeah, sure.
said this to you?
Yeah.
What's his phone number?
Yeah. Let's give him a ring. I should call him right. He's bear hunting.
Oh, wow.
Hunting fat gay guys. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, where is he? The West Village?
Yeah.
Where are we at here?
No.
Oh,
We're not
we're
looking at that.
so
No.
close.
We're getting it over. We're passing an hour.
What are we doing? An hour and a half?
I don't think an hour and a half, but
There was
get in here.
there was a what?
Get in here. You had a frame. Get a little closer.
There was a 15-year-old boy who just got made a saint.
Really?
Yeah, he got canonized a saint. He died in 2006.
You know this? I feel like the Pope fucked this boy, and he's like, "All right, let's do
See,
something quickly."
That was my theory.
Oh, but he died.
He's been dead for almost 20 years.
Okay, so he's not a 15-year-old boy.
Well, he died when he was 15.
Yeah, but that doesn't make it that age forever.
Yeah, I guess so.
You're not gonna
but
be like this 3-year-old.
I guess this is how he got made into a saint.
Yeah.
He was he like was the first person to make a website that had all of the miracles logged in them.
Okay.
Like all of the miracles in Catholicism or whatever. And they made him a saint because of that. Like, because nobody has ever tried to make a website before. It's like
Yeah.
a really weird reason.
That is really weird.
Because it's like, of course, like the Catholic Church is so old. Everyone's old. Like, they don't give a shit about the internet. But this kid is like, hey, look at this.
Also, the internet's probably the Catholic Church's biggest enemy.
Like, exactly.
In my mind,
that's
like, the
why
Catholic-
they're
I didn't
steering
know-
clear.
I had
think.
no idea what they were doing.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, that's what's going on?
yeah. So this kid showed them his
Penis.
like his website, I
Okay.
guess, like in the aftermath of some hot Catholic sex.
Yeah.
You know? And the priest who was like fucking him was like, wait a minute, what's on that what's on that screen right there? Yeah. But yeah, it's so strange.
Or he's just in bed. He's like, come back to bed. What are you working on?
Yeah.
Like, he's-
Yeah. Stop. You're such a busy beaver all the time. Can't you please just come back to bed with me?
I'm cold.
I just lit up the incense. I'll let you drink wine this time. Come on. But it is, yeah, it's weird because, like, I think this new pope is like, he's like a hot new pope and he's like trying to bring new people in. And I think he's doing this because the kid's name is God's influencer. That's like his name. His like saint name or whatever, the patron saint of like binary code or whatever.
Yeah.
But he, I think the Pope is doing it to make these young people like kind of look like, oh yeah, there is a path, you know, like God
Dude,
is
tell
cool.
you what, God is definitely coming back because my Instagram is a bunch of fucking super gay Christian dudes. Not like literally gay, but they're like, it's like when like I see a cute girl in church and he's like this. And it's like some guy with like
Yeah.
Justin Bieber haircut. And it's like when I see her Bible and it's all these things like circled and he's like,
Yeah.
and there's like the rapper ones. There's like all these Christian rappers on Instagram.
Okay.
And it's like, yeah, I don't know.
It's coming back.
Yeah.
We could use
maybe
a
I'll
little.
get into it. I mean, I do. I use this. I like going to church. It feels good.
Does, yeah.
And I always say that I'm a contrarian douche. The second I talk to some atheist, I'm like, you're a fucking dumbass. You don't even know how awesome Jesus is.
Yeah.
And then I'll talk to somebody who's like super religious, and I'll be like, ugh, you're full of shit. Like I just don't.
Yeah.
But
There's a beauty in not knowing.
yeah, I am. Yeah, I was watching this documentary. Is everything we don't know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everything we don't know. And what we will know will maybe be revealed to us on a later episode.
Well, it's been great chatting with you.
My hand is a little
news from
sweaty.
bed.
News from bed. Yeah.
Oh, also, I'm getting some new listeners on this on YouTube. By the way, sorry the camera quality sucks. Blame Christoph Jean. He's been getting drunk on boats in Austin, Texas. He's supposed to mail me my SD card I left in Austin. It's not my fault I left it there. It's his fault he hasn't mailed it back. But if you're listening on YouTube for the first time, follow me on Instagram, Michael Good Comedy, and I'll follow you back if you say you found me on YouTube. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, News from Bed. Did you already promote that?
Yep. News from bed.
All right, thanks.